The origin of the rear naked choke is older than you'd ever expect. Let's talk about it. Like so many of you, I was told that moves like the rear naked choke came from the art of jiu-jitsu, and that jiu-jitsu originated from judo, which originated from jujutsu. So where do these moves actually come from? I decided to focus on the popular rear naked choke. With this move appearing in many different disciplines today, I had my work cut out for me. To find my answers, I searched far and wide for any clues to this mystery. Join me on this edition of The Hammer MMA. My first stop brought me to what many refer to as the birthplace of modern martial arts, Japan. In judo, the rear naked choke is referred to as the Hadaka Jime, translated to naked strangle. This means that the choke doesn't require a gi or a piece of clothing to complete the submission. Before this move traveled to Brazil by way of Japanese prize fighter Mitsuo Maeda, it was likely taught by judo's founder Jigoro Kano. The move may even have roots in judo's predecessor, Japanese Jujutsu, which was founded around the 1500s. Now you may be thinking, okay, so the rear naked choke is from Japan. Cool, end of story.
Wrong.
But our journey takes us about 4,000 kilometers from Japan into the Kingdom of Cambodia, where an ancient sculpture depicts the now famous submission. As you can see, a man has another in the chokehold. He also uses his legs in what looks like the popular body triangle used today. While the exact date of the sculpture is unknown, the sport of Khmer traditional wrestling dates back to the 8th century AD. However, our last stop isn't actually in Cambodia. The oldest example of the rear naked choke belongs to the ancient Greek sport of pankration. The submission can be seen in the story of the 54th Olympiad, 500 years before the time of Jesus.
I got some kindness, I got compassion.
According to historical accounts, the returning champion Arikian achieved multiple victories over his opponents. Once again, he was crowned champion of the Olympiad. Strangely enough though, it wasn't actually Arikian who used the rear naked choke. It was one of his opponents using the choke on Arikian himself. Arikian, refusing to tap, refusing to submit, was eventually choked to death. But in his last living moments, he used a counter that many of us have fallen victim to in the training room. The champion overlapped his own foot over his opponent's feet, and applying downwards pressure, he ripped his opponent's ankle from its socket, forcing him to submit. Arikian literally fought to the death in one of the most badass flukes in combat sports history. His lifeless body was eventually adorned with the olive wreath, the symbol for champion. So the origin of the rear naked choke is a little wishy-washy, but its popularity around the world speaks volumes about its effectiveness. If you guys have any more information about this submission, drop it in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Until next time, The Hammer MMA. Peace.